Okay, England have beaten San Marino in their final World Cup qualifier for the Qatar World Cup 10-0. That is a record for an English international in a competitive match. That is a record. Harry Kane has got a record in consecutive hat-tricks, where he actually gets 4 goals on the night. Smith-Rowe gets his first goal for his country, so does Marino. Mings. Bellingham had a goal ruled out after half-time. Tammy Abraham gets his goal. There's an own goal in there and 2 penalties. Now, Maguire gets the ball rolling after 5 minutes with a header from a corner. As I say, Maguire, very, very good from set plays. Very, very good from set plays. He's dangerous in the air. Obviously, his club form is shaky at the moment, and this is a good distraction if you're having a bit of shaky club form, just to get a couple of good performances in, no mistakes, and it is a bullet of a header. And every time Maguire scores, England win. That's a little tidbit. Saka had a shot on 15 minutes that ends up being an own goal by Fabry, the San Marino centre back. Whether it was on target or not, you know how they work out these own goals. It's a wicked deflection, wrong foot's the goalkeeper. That's on 15 minutes. And then it's like in any other sport, you've got to keep the scoreboard ticking over. Harry Kane gets a penalty. There's a penalty awarded. Harry Kane blasts it straight down the middle on 26 minutes. Then a few minutes later, he gets his second goal on 31 minutes. And then the hat-trick comes with another penalty on 38 minutes. And this time, the keeper goes the right way, but again, it's drilled with power and pace into the top corner. And then he gets his 4th goal on the night on 42 minutes. So between 26 and 42 minutes, in the space of 16 minutes, he gets 4 goals. It's a goal every 4 minutes. That is just a blitz of scoring from Harry Kane. And yes, another player who's got questionable club form right now, and this is a good distraction. So 7 goals in 2 games. Yes, obviously strength of opposition. Albania aren't bad opposition. They were, on the fringes of qualification to the World Cup via the playoffs as of Friday's game before kick-off. And they just fell apart. They got their press all wrong. And Harry Kane obviously had a field day on Friday the game was won at half time, but 4 goals in 16 minutes. It's a goal every 4 minutes. And that's a good distraction. Hopefully he can carry that confidence into his club form, much like Maguire having a solid outing against Albania and wasn't really tested tonight, but a bit of confidence, take that into your club form, be good to see. So at half time it's 6-0. It takes longer in the second half to get that 7th goal. It does. And I was a bit concerned that England, would do what they did against Albania and drop off the intensity, lose concentration, make a sloppy error, and San Marino could sneak a shocking freak goal. It didn't happen. They had a little opportunity in the first half, which Ramsdale did very well to save off a deflection, which slightly wrong-footed him. So Ramsdale only had a little bit to do tonight, but he was competent in what he did. Smith-Rowe's goal comes on 57 minutes. A good first start, second cap, first goal. But then it still takes a little bit longer to get the rest of the goals. They're not coming as frequently. Marino Mings from a free kick. Trent Alexander-Arnold actually woke up in the second half in his delivery. First half, he wasn't really creating. He looked a bit out of sorts, and he was playing more in midfield than as a wing back, right back. He was playing more in midfield, and is that really his best position? Obviously, we know he's a class right back, and he can play wing back to a point, but he was in midfield positions in the first half. He holds his width better in the second half, and his delivery from dead ball and cross is exceptional. Absolutely exceptional, and he's key to all the goals in the second half, including Marino Mings' header, very similar goal to Maguire's. Bellingham has a goal ruled out in 71 minutes. Tammy Abraham gets his goal in 77 minutes. In 71 minutes, he follows through on a back heel. Now, is it a soft free kick to give away? Yes, but when you catch an opposition player with your studs, it is classed as a foul these days. Especially if you actually go over the ball, but he's trying to back heel. He catches the defender on the back of the knee. I think that's a fair decision on VAR. I know it's frustrating, and you want Bellingham to score his first goal for his country. He's shown good form for Dortmund, and Bellingham continued to create problems and continue to show why he's a up and coming talent and will no doubt be a superstar in the years to come. And that's a fair decision. For once, I think I agree with VAR. I mean, VAR awarded one of the penalties as well, but that I think is a fair decision. I think if you follow through on a challenge, even if you've won the ball first, as we've seen now in the modern age, that is generally a free kick or a penalty, depending on who commits the foul. Tammy Abraham does get his goal. He was having a frustrating evening with some of his. He tried a few things. He's put one over the bar. He's forcing it. Now, obviously, he's playing at Roma now under Marino. He's been top goal scorer at Chelsea the last 2 seasons. He's moved over to Italy to continue his development, and I think that's possibly a good decision. Yes, he takes his goal very, very well, and he had another goal ruled out for a push or a tangle with the defender, so he could have had 2 goals. But he did look a little bit. He was snatching at chances. He was snatching at chances a little bit. So getting that goal, I think, will be crucial for him. A bit of confidence, be good to see. And Saka finally gets his goal in 79 minutes. Now, during all this, Dante Rossi, one of the San Marino players, was sent off for a second yellow in 67 minutes. And only three goals actually. Mings comes straight from the red card off the free kick. Abraham's goal and Saka's goal in 79 minutes. And then the goal scoring stopped. And that is a bit frustrating when you've got that extra man, fresh legs on, young, youthful, pacey team. I was hoping for more. But the good thing is England didn't stop. They didn't lose that intensity. They didn't lose that drive and commitment to keep going forward. And they were passing and moving at pace. They weren't aimlessly passing just for passing's sake, which they've done in the past. I think there has been some criticism of England in past games where they get 1 or 2-0 up and then they just allow the game to lose a bit of flow, a bit of direction. The Poland game, the Hungary game, the final of the Euros against Italy. So sometimes they do tend to just not stay in the contest. They kept up the intensity and the momentum, and they were moving and passing and always trying to create. Always trying to create. I'll have a few little criticisms. I mean, Tammy Abraham, he did look a little bit frustrated with some of his chances, a little bit rushed with some of his chances. He needs a little bit more composure when he's in that final third. Bellingham, I do believe his first goal will come for England very, very soon. Smith-Rowe getting his goal, his goal. Mings getting his goal. So there's some good things. There's some good things to take out of it. Yes, it's weak opposition, but they kept up with the game plan. They didn't let up. That was a 90-minute performance, something that England don't often do consistently enough. And even in the Albania game, the second half, they were nowhere near as intense and not as accurate with their passing. Very few misplaced passes tonight, which is good to see as well. Passing accuracy was very, very good, creating a lot of opportunities, which is good to see. And now there's only 8 games left before the World Cup this time next year. So we'll see how they do in the World Cup. Qualifying first in your group will help with group seeding when the groups are drawn for the World Cup, because there's still playoff qualification to play. It looks like Italy, as I'm recording this video, are going to have to go via the playoffs if they want to qualify for the World Cup. Switzerland look like they've topped that group with a 3-0 win over Bulgaria. So the Italians have to do it the hard way if they are going to make it to the World Cup. They may not yet. So they may miss yet another tournament, which will be shocking considering how they played at the Euros. Stunning how they've let that slip away. So it is interesting. Top scorers in qualifying in Europe, best defence in qualifying in Europe, and you could argue the qualifying group wasn't necessarily the strongest. Most clean sheets. So there's a lot of positives to take out of this, and things to build upon, and a very young squad with a lot of players who haven't had a lot of game time. It is crucial in these upcoming internationals next year before the World Cup that as many of these young players and inexperienced players at international level get game time. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.